Hey everyone, it's Dr. Detroit here. The doctor is in, and welcome to the round of 6. That's right. We are now into the round of 6. 2 drivers were eliminated, I think. And now, today, it's race number 19 of our 23 race schedule, and we are heading to a short track, and everybody, it's Bristol, baby. That's right. We're heading to Bristol Motor Speedway for a nighttime race, the UNOH, or University of Northwestern Ohio 200, presented by the Ohio Logistics Team. So let's go back to what happened in the last 2 races. So when we began the round of 8, we finished second at Gateway, which was really great, and we won our first ever race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park in a very thrilling deal. I mean, that was a lot of fun. In fact, you can even see some of the drivers that we beat in the last one. Let me see if I can get that here really quick. There it is. We actually beat the legend Matt Crafton, and we beat all these really cool people. And look at Jennifer Jo Cobb getting a top 10. Anybody else? Then Spencer Boyd got a top 10 as well. So now let's go back up here, and let me show you the point standings. So currently in the playoff grid, we are at the top still because we advanced with the win. Johnny Sauter is second now. And as you can see, we have a 52-point lead ahead of him, which means if we have a bad race at Bristol, it's not going to hurt us per se. But if you take a look down here, now that it's the round of 8, well, okay, I made a mistake earlier because I said round of 6, it's the round of 8. But anyway, we have the round of 8. Sheldon Creed and Todd Gilliland got in by the skin of their teeth, but we had to say goodbye to Ross Chastain and Jesse Little. Jesse Little, I think was screwed right off the bat because of having to go to a backup truck for Gateway, and then Ross Chastain just lost it by about 3 positions, which is quite amazing. So now we have 8 drivers competing for a chance to move on to the round of 6, and it starts right here at Bristol, where after Bristol we head back to Las Vegas for the 3rd and final race of this season at Las Vegas. Then after Las Vegas, it's off to Talladega again for the round of 6. Yeah, round of 6. Then it will be off to Martinsville, and then we'll have the round of 4, which will decide the champion. And so, 100 laps at Bristol. This is probably going to be a wreck fest, we'll see. By the way, too, you can actually see it in the background there. We have a brand new paint scheme for this race. We have a nighttime paint scheme, so the blue and red have been flipped on the truck. I figured the red would look really cool under the lights, and, you know, since we are getting closer to the holiday season, I figured, let's go ahead and do a red and white truck. Kinda looks like a candy cane, almost. So anyway, let me go get this truck qualified, and then I'll see you guys in the garage, and I'll debrief a little bit more about this race momentarily. Seems like our qualifying has not really been the best this season, but we did qualify 17th, so we're kind of in the back a little bit. We did qualify 18th, but somebody's dropping to the back. So anyway, this is a 100 lap race, so we gotta, first I gotta turn off the Discord notes, because good God almighty, didn't think they would still be on, but anyway, back to business. So, it's a 100 lap race, which sounds like a long time, but on this track, it's gonna probably go by really quick, but we'll see what happens with this. This particular truck that we brought here, this is our first kind of short track truck. It's not our gateway truck. It's a truck that might go to Martinsville if we finish strong here. But I don't know how we're going to do here at Bristol. This might be our Achilles heel, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the race. Alright, let's see what some of the stories are to follow. Jason White failed in technical inspection. Looks like Austin Hill failed the optical station, and Grant Enfinger got the pole. So this is going to be an interesting one. Looks like those 4-sport trucks are going to be super fast again. But here we go, everybody. The pace car is pulling in. Here we go. The UNOH 200 at Bristol is green, green, green.
Got one up top.
This is a 27-lap stage, so this will be a great opportunity to get us some good positions, as we've now already worked our way up into the 14th position. A little bit of a tap from Johnny Sauter back here. Looks like Grant Enfinger will lead the first lap. And now we just have to be really careful here and not mess up our truck. There's just a little... Now, it's still saying it's in the round of 10, so my guess is that these guys have not yet been eliminated. So I guess it's every 3 races or something. I don't know. I've never done a playoff season in this game, but look at us. We've already moved up into the 11th position already, because the truck we have here is really good on the short runs here. Now we need to get around Gus Dean. What a good start here. Tyler Ankrum now goes underneath us. He found his way around. We're going to go 3 wide.
3 wide now. Clear all around.
Now we'll go down in front of everybody. Take care of that. We're just on the cusp of getting into the top 10, as now Brett Moffitt has taken the race lead. And there we go. We've now hit the top 10 by making the pass on time with J-Ski. Bristol's a really cool track, but at the same time, it's also very annoying. But you can tell that we're here when there's no dirt or anything like that. So
Stay on the bottom here.
we're starting to make some moves up towards the front. But I'm wondering if this truck is doing really good.
Clear high, bud. Hold your line there. 3 wide. All right. Clear outside. Stay low, stay low. 20 more laps, Delta station.
Ah, got right into the wall.
Careful, still there. Got one up top. You got room, you're clear.
Now I'm kind of just staying quiet here because I want you guys to hear the sights and sounds from Bristol Motor Speedway. Because it's a very interesting symphony.
That was a great lap.
Oh, sorry, got into just a little there.
Still there.
Ooh, Jesse Little and I are having a little talking to.
Got a car low now. Clear low, clear low. Back it down, back it down.
Ooh, yikes.
Inside, inside. You got room, you're clear there.
Anyway, 15 laps to go now as we make our way around Bristol. We're currently sitting in the 8th position, and right up ahead is Brett Moffitt. You can see that he's the race leader, but I have something to tell you guys. Take a look. He's starting to catch some lap traffic, so he might actually fall into our clutches here, but we have to see what we can do to get around here.
Inside, inside. You got room, you're clear.
Oof.
That's the halfway mark.
Boy, Ben Rhodes really got underneath there. This truck is doing really good right now. I'm really impressed with it. I'm just going to try and go to the high side here. Ooh, almost got into Todd Gilliland. Now we'll make a move on Todd Gilliland. And now Stuart Friesen is leading the way. Well, we don't really have to worry about him because he's not too far behind us in the point standings, but we can definitely gain some big ground on him. As long as we have better finishes than him. Sorry about that, Ben Rhodes. We gave him a nice little bump and run. I'll be doing that this early in the truck race. Okay, I think I kind of deserve that. Ben Rhodes took me into the wall, but now we got to deal with these lap cars. Get around John Hunter Nemechek here. Oh, this is going to get really tight. But we're already up into the 5th position, which is good news. Which means we'll get some stage points as long as we keep our nose clean. 9 to go in this stage. There's Tyler Ankrum all the way up there in 3rd. We run in the 4th position right now. So there's one playoff driver that's leading, and then we have Brett Moffitt and Tyler Ankrum back here. And one thing I'm noticing is that as the truck, or as the race continues, the truck is actually getting better and better. Like, this is probably my best truck? Oh boy, Clay Greenfield got in the way. Okay, come on guys. This is probably my best truck to date, as we now make the move around Tyler Ankrum to go into 3rd place. And now we're going to be chasing down the leaders, but I think we're going to run out of time here. We're probably going to start running out of time before we can catch Stuart Friesen. But it's okay if Stuart Friesen wins the stage, because we still have plenty of points. And as we run right now, we'll still have a pretty good lead. As we now start making some more passes on these lap down trucks. In fact, I can see Stuart Friesen up there. He's got about a 2-second lead ahead of us. 5 laps to go.
Still there?
5 laps to go now. Come back around towards the stripe. Up into Tyler Hill. God, these trucks are they just keep banging into us. We just keep banging into them because they're all like having trouble here. But there's Brett Moffitt in 2nd place. We might be able to pass him. We'll see what happens. Now, I am going to the high side here because I just don't want to get caught up in any more of these little hits. 3 to go in this stage. And it looks like we're going to get Brett Moffitt for 2nd place. Chastain is right there. Oh, we had to thread the needle through there. Everybody's getting way out of whack. Ross Chastain in the wall. I see Stuart Friesen up ahead. 2 to go in this stage. Do you think we can catch him and grab some precious stage points and get a stage win? Oops. Well, let's see what happens here. Austin Hill is in the way. He will probably get the free pass. But there we go. Now we're up to the back of Stuart Friesen. White flag, stage number 1. Oh, this is gonna be really good. Here we go. We're gonna end up going side by side into turn 3 and 4. We're gonna edge him out. This is gonna be close, but we make the pass and we take home stage 1. Wow, that truck was totally cool. So we took home the stage win. Friesen 2nd, and then who was the last one that got in there? Jesse Little. All right. So it looks like Jesse Little might not be out of this. So as you can see, we got 73 laps remaining. Everybody's not going to be pitting. Am I right that Austin Hill is the free pass? Where is it? All right. It's not even showing, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Austin Hill will get the free pass on this one. All right. Next stage. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can put some distance on these guys. Here we go. Stage 2 is green and green.
Car there on the outside. All right, clear outside.
This is going to be a slightly shorter stage. This will be a 24-lap stage. And look at that. We took off to a grand... Ouch. We took off to a... Okay. We took off to a pretty grand lead now. Because now we have a 1-second lead ahead of Brett Moffitt. So now we just gotta be super careful as we make our way around here and just, you know, conserve the tires a little bit, but we know that we're gonna have to do a pit stop at some point.
Keep hitting your mark. You'll keep getting better.
Yep, we now have 22 laps to go in this stage. As you can see, Ben Rhodes has now made it up there. In fact, I want to show you guys a little tire telemetry here. See the tires? This is where, this is actually a track where the tires wear pretty quickly. Like, have a look at the tire temps right there. In case you want to read it, the one on the far left. So, let's take a look at the right front tire, so where it says 77%. So if you take a look at the first number that's in the 230s, that's the inside of the tire. So the one closest to the engine and the chassis and everything, if I hit the wall here. The middle is the regular tire, the middle part of it, that's touching the ground. And the right side is the outside of the tire that doesn't really get very hot. In fact, take a look at what gets hotter. It's the inside of the tire because it's doing the most work. It's doing the bulk of it. And meanwhile, the rear wheels back there, they're just kind of there for the ride. They're there to give us momentum. But if you notice, their tire temps are not quite as hot as the front ones because they're not getting abused too much. But right now, we are starting to catch the back end of the field. I mean, look at this. We have a 5.5 second lead ahead of Ben Rhodes. And now we're starting to catch slower traffic, so there goes Mike Harmon a lap down.
Careful, still there.
So we're definitely going to start putting some cars a lap down, or some trucks a lap down. Oh boy!
Flag
Oh!
in the air, the checker flag. Good
What?
job.
What the hell? Did we actually blow a motor? How did we DNF? The truck still looks fine. What? What the hell? All we did was just hit the wall and then we had a problem. I didn't see any problem with the truck. So why did DNF us? Okay, that's not good. So it DNF'd us, but we still had the win, which means we advanced over here, but I don't understand. Guys, did you all see that? Did you see that we just simply hit the wall and then the game decided to DNF us? That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. So who actually won that race? Let me see. Who was it? Okay, so we finished last. Tyler Ankrum. So another spoiler won that. So what's the playoff points look like? Well, okay. Tyler Ankrum winning that race was our biggest fan. Because now we still advanced into the next round. And now we had to say goodbye to Jesse Little and Sheldon Creed. So now we still have a 67-point lead ahead of the back part. But, okay. Alright then, so I guess this turned into the next race, which is going to be Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So, yeah. So, alright, hold on. We need to do an intro really quick. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, I didn't want to go right into the next race and not leave you guys without, an epic intro to the whole thing. But yeah, as you guys just saw a few seconds ago, we DNF'd at Bristol because the game felt like we should DF. So now we're going to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we're going to keep this same truck. But you know what that means too, right? Runs around in underwear, Okay, enough with the intros. Everybody gets it. Alright, so let me go qualify this truck really quick, and then then we'll begin Las Vegas, and hopefully we don't DNF in this one. Well, we're back in the 20s again. We match our car number with 24. Alright, so this race is shorter, 67 laps, and if you guys remember watching the other Vegas races, you'll know that this is probably going to be a lot of fun. So 67 laps, let's just go ahead and get right into this, because I don't know what this game's on. I think it's on some sort of drugs or something. So Grant Denfinger failed pre-race inspection, Christian Eckes got the pole, and Sheldon Creed crashed in qualifying. Ooh, that's not going to hurt. I mean, that's going to hurt him. So, anyway, here we go. 67 laps will make up the running. Let's see if we can win this, because we really need to win this. Or at least finish 10 for better. So, green flag is out at the third time's the charm, Las Vegas 200. Anyway, I did say that we need a top 10 finish. If we can finish 10 for better in this race and score some stage points, we don't necessarily need to win a stage, because we still have a pretty good advantage. But we really need to finish strong here. We really need to finish strong, because now that we're in the round of 8, we can't afford another mulligan. We have to win this race, I feel. So if we can either win this one or the next race, which is Talladega. That's right, the next race is Talladega. So this is gonna be really crazy. But we do have stage points. We do have enough points to lock ourselves in if we have a bad race here. I think we need to have somebody like Christian Eckes, who's currently leading right now. He's gonna have to stay up front as much as he can, or we get another spoiler driver up there. There's Jesse Little. He's going to fall prey to us. Continue our way up here with 12 to go in this stage. Getting the time at J-Ski a little bit. Kind of give him a little bump saying, let's go, boy. Whoa, boy. Austin Wayne Self almost gave me a little bump there.
Still there?
Anytime a J-Ski got in front of us again. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to keep an eye on the damage, because I'm wondering if we hit too many trucks and it just kind of like caved in the radiator. We got in that one little incident. And if that's the case, then these things are way too fragile. So now we're going to try and get around Natalie Decker here in time, and J-Ski might make it 3 wide. Not quite.
Car on the outside now.
There we go. There we go. Now we can make it 3 wide, and now we can make a pass. Bring this back up because you guys can see who we're racing against. Here comes Sheldon Creed on the outside. Sheldon Creed's really showing that he's got a good backup truck.
Last 10 laps, you gotta focus.
So we got 10 laps to go in this stage. Most likely, I don't see stage points coming our way for this first part of the race. But when we get to the second half, we know that when we get to the second stage, we usually tend to end up with rocket ship. But hey, we've gained a lot of positions up to 18th, so I'm not complaining too much right now. I just got to get around Angelo Ruck and Jason White. These two here are really slow. But don't get me wrong, Angelo Ruck is a good driver. I don't really see her very much on the NASCAR circuits these days. It's kind of sad. Whoa! Look at the run Grant Denfinger has on the outside, giving us a little bump. Yeah, Grant Denfinger, I see you up there. Let's see if we can get around Angelo Ruck here and not mess up. Wow. And remember, Grant Denfinger is part of the round of 8. I keep thinking that he fell out, but I'm thinking of a totally different truck. Zane Smith now leads, so that's good. As long as a non-points, as long as a non-playoff driver continues to win these stages, that actually will play in our hands, because that means even though the other drivers do get stage points over us, we still have a pretty decent total. So like we still have a good piece of the pie. As now Austin Hill goes for the race lead. And let me tell y'all something, folks. That DNF that we had at Bristol just a few minutes ago, that was not planned, that was not even scripted. None of this is scripted, by the way. So whatever happens, happens, unfortunately. But I have never seen the game DNF somebody like that. especially for just the slight hit. And not only that, that's the first time ever that we've DNF'd in this entire year, which is, you know, a bit glaring, but at the same time, you know, we've had a lot of great finishes this year. So, you know, but right now is not the time to reminisce. Now's the time to continue to race, because look at Sheldon Creed making a bonsai run on us.
Got a car coming inside now. Clear low there.
Oh boy, almost into the wall we go.
Car outside. 5 to go, driver. Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Got a little issue there.
No points that stage.
There we go.
but plenty of
Stage
racing
1
left.
is done, and we finished in the 18th position. So, anyway, we finished in 18th, and who was the stage winner? Austin Hill. Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. Let's go to stage number 2. This is where our truck can really come into play. So here we go.
Starter has the green flag in his hand. Be ready.
Base truck is in, and let's get stage 2
Still
rolling.
there inside. Careful, still there.
This will be a 16-lap stage, but now we got to make some headway here. We're really going to need some stage points.
Hold
In
that
fact,
line, driver.
I will say that now is when we need those stage points.
Clear high, clear high.
This truck is actually starting to feel a little loose. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, at the next stop, I'm going to have to tighten the truck up just a hair.
Still there.
I can feel the rear end starting to kick out just the tiniest bit. Or I think we can actually do something with the air pressures. See how we're doing back here. Okay, so the rear tires are actually doing pretty well, so I may or may not need to work with them too much.
Still there.
So we now get up behind Jordan Anderson. Now we're going to make it 3 wide up here on the high side, go high, wide, and handsome past these guys. And now we find us behind Sheldon Creed. I did not see Joe Nemechek down there, but thankfully he didn't give us any guff. There's his son, John Hunter Nemechek, up here at the top, so that's good news. So now we got 14 laps to go, and we are so close to those brilliant stage points as Austin Hill continues to lead. Somebody's out of the race. We'll find out who that is at the stage break. But here we go, down to the bottom. We're going to pass Ben Rhodes and get up towards 11th. Ben Rhodes is not in the playoffs. Excuse me. And if you're brand new to this series, or you just caught this at the end, the ticker at the top left of the screen, whoever has a blue block next to their name is in the playoffs. The ones that do not have them are ones that are non-playoff drivers. And look at Austin Hill. He's taken off, but we have taken off too. So now we're going to make that move ahead of Brett Moffitt. And look at Gus Dean with a very late season charge. Pretty impressive for this kid. Alright, now we're going to go underneath Riley Herbst. And we make the pass. So put us up into the 6th position. Now we got 12 laps to go. Johnny Sauter and Todd Yoland up ahead of us, and I see Zane Smith and Stuart Friesen. You know what I find interesting, though, is that Las Vegas definitely held 3 races in the 2020 calendar, because some of you may remember that we're running the 2020 revised calendar. So essentially, this is basically the calendar the Real Truck Series raced when COVID was rampant. And the only track that could host, like, 3 or some odd races was actually Las Vegas, because Vegas's regulations were a lot different than Virginia's. So that's why we are only visiting Martinsville once late this season. The run we got, and Johnny Sauter tried to go down and try to mess up with us, but he thought better of it. But now you can see our truck is really coming into it, really coming into itself. So now I'm going to send to the 4th position. I'm trying to get around Todd Gilliland here. So we got 10 laps to go in this stage. Once we get around Todd Gilliland, then we can chase down Austin Hill and Stuart Friesen. There we go. Now there's Stuart Friesen ahead of us, and I think what I'm going to do is that as this run goes on, I think what I'm going to need to do is probably tighten the truck up just a little bit, because what's going to happen here is this. You guys can't see it, but I can feel the rear end just want to step out just the tiniest bit, but it's not enough to really mess with me. But I kind of want to give the truck a little bit more of a tight feeling. So, not to do that, not to hit the wall, but to help sort that out, because this looseness I'm starting to get is feeling like what it did at Gateway. I don't want that to happen. Catching up here to Stuart Friesen. Let's see if we can make another move here. We need to make short work of Stuart Friesen as much as possible. Make sure that he doesn't, win one of these things, because if he does, then we'll have to deal with him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to end up winning his way in to the Final 4. I mean, he'll probably end up winning a few stages, but remember, too, we still have Talladega to come, which is going to be a hellhole. In fact, I think Talladega is going to be very crazy. Getting underneath Stuart Friesen, and we will take that position away. Nice and easy with 7 laps to go. Now we're catching up to Austin Hill. Austin Hill's taking the high side. We'll take the middle, because this truck actually does run pretty well towards the middle of the track. And Austin Hill is part of the round of 8, so you're going to have to keep an eye on him. But, he definitely has a really, really good truck. I'm impressed with the way that, he has been racing us. Coming to the line now here at Las Vegas, we'll have 6 laps to go. 6 to go at the line, and we are slowly closing the gap on Austin Hill, trying to see if we can make a big move here. Keeping it right down towards the bottom, and we will get the position, and we will take that lead away from him. There we go. So now put us in the race lead of the Las Vegas 250, and let's hope we don't wreck in this one.
5 laps to go.
5 to go at the line. And this is indeed Freakazoid, but I believe this is going to be Freakazoid's last appearance. Mostly because this truck, I tested it recently at Phoenix, and Freakazoid is kind of wonky over there. So what we'll have to do is that I'll have to figure out something before we get to Phoenix. But anyway, but now what this does is that this actually plays into my hands pretty well. But we'll see. Meanwhile, Austin Hill still has still about a half a second lead ahead of him. Mostly because we're having a little trouble trying to get away from him. He's also been staying with us. You can see the rear end is starting to kick out again. So we are definitely going to need we're definitely going to need some wedge. So let's just see if we can hold out here. If anything, I'm going to start going up the track and see if I can't minimize any more kickouts here, because if this truck gets any looser, it'll be bye-bye from us. 3 to go this time. Oh, there we go. So there was a caution, and we won that stage. Look at all those drivers that got some good playoff points. Heck, even Gus Dean got some as well. Alright, who's the one that fell out of the race? Looks like Zane Smith's not pitting, but who's the one that fell out? Clay Greenfield, alright. Alright, so we're going to pit. I'm going to put a round of wedge in to see if that'll help us out. Actually, let's go a round and a half. See what happens. Going to put a little bit of tape on the grill. 4 tires, and let's go ahead and not fix the damage because I think we're going to be just fine. Alright, everybody. Here we go. You know, I kind of freaked out there for a second. I thought that it was going to not let us pit, but here we go. The final stage at Las Vegas is green.
All clear.
It's a 38-lap stage, and look at the charge we got. So, looks like we have 2 trucks out of the race. I guess one of them might be Zane Smith. I don't know. I wish they would tell you, like in the old games, but they don't in this particular one. And not only that, too, but speaking of that, recently, the brand new next-gen DLC is supposed to be released for NASCAR Heat 5 and for the newer NASCAR Rivals game. But unfortunately, for some reason, they are delaying it, as now Stuart Friesen gets past us. So, I was hoping to do a one-off, but who knows? Who knows what we will get to do? Because I do know for a fact that, I don't know if it's going to be this week or the next race that we go to as Johnny Sauter goes by, and now this is where our truck starts to kind of die out a little bit. But, I may have a surprise up my sleeve. Who knows? Yeah, now we're back here in the 4th position because, once again, the new tires just seem to be really bad. And also, because of the fact we tightened the truck up by about a round and a half, the truck feels tighter. But as the run goes on, the truck will loosen up a bit, and I think we will actually be just fine. So at this point, I'm not really concerned about falling back, because we can still get him. And right now, Stuart Friesen is leading. I don't like that. I want to get past him as much as possible. As now John Hunter Nemechek, who was like multiple laps down in the last race, of course we didn't see where he finished or how many laps off the lead lap he was, but right now he's running really well. And now here comes more trucks past us.
Still there. Car there on the outside. Careful, still there. Stay low, stay low. Got one peeking inside.
And there comes Austin Hills. So now we've fallen outside the top 10. And there's Christian Eckes.
Got one up top.
Yeah, we are just falling down like a dead duck. But that's okay, because this truck. See, once we get out of the 90s with our tire wear. Then the truck will really start to come to us.
That's the halfway mark.
So there's the halfway mark with 33 laps to go. We can't afford to lose any more positions here because we really need to stay up here in the top 10 as much as possible. As now Brett Moffitt comes to the bottom, and he will take the position away. Now to let you all know, something else. I'm still debating whether or not I might do an Xfinity Series full season playthrough. I may or may not do it, depending on what happens, but who knows? Maybe we might do it, maybe we won't. I don't know. I know we're not going to do another year of the Truck Series, because you guys have already seen the Truck Series. We've also already did a bunch of these races and stuff, so best not to repeat ourselves. Okay, the truck is now starting to come to me a little bit more, so that's good news. 31 laps to go. Well, this is going to be a huge win if we can get this truck to start tearing down the leaders here. Right now, we're still behind Brett Moffitt by about 0.8 of a second. Let's see if we gain on him at all in the next corner. Okay, so we lost a little bit there. Alright, we're losing a little bit of ground to him.
Yellow's out. Back
Oh,
down.
caution is out. Perfect. This is the caution that we needed. Because now with this, we're sure to get our tires cooled off again, and then we can make it up there. Let me see who the second car is. So Joe Nemechek is the one that's pitting, and it's Zane Smith. Aw, Zane Smith fell out of the race. Alright, well, here we go, everybody. Restart in 12th. It'll probably be a 28-lap dash, maybe? 27? We'll see.
Ready.
Here we go. And green flag is back out.
Inside.
It's going to be a 27-lap dash, so that's fine. But now we should see the full effect of Freakazoid starting to come in.
Got a carload now.
We now bumped our way back into the top 10. Stuart Friesen continues to hold the lead. Kind of went up the track just a hair. Here comes Brett Moffitt at the bottom.
Careful. Still there.
Looks like he's going to get the position. Well, he's not going to start running away, which is good news. 26 laps to go. How about we go into 4th gear? Forgot about this wonky setup underneath this Freakazoid. There's Gus Dean in front of us. Gus Dean has had a very interesting year. He started out really bad, and now all of a sudden he's having a great year coming up here, as now we get around Brett Moffitt for 10th.
Careful. Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Four laps to go. You can see that we've actually left 11th place in the dust a little bit, but now this is where Freakazoid's really going to start coming in. And look who's leading, Sheldon Creed.
Still there.
That's pretty impressive right there. He went from the back to the front, which is something that Jesse Little sadly could not do when he had his issues at Gateway. And look at this solid block of playoff contenders here. Oop, John Hunter Nemechek way above us here. Still trying to hang tight on the outside.
Stay out the bottom. Alright, you're clear there.
Now we're just trying to concentrate here as we make our way down below Grant Enfinger. Trying to make a move here, but he's not letting us do it, so 22 laps to go. Sheldon Creed and Stuart Friesen have definitely gone to a much bigger lead. In fact, right now the gap between them, or the gap to us to them, is about 2.5 seconds. So we're still doing pretty good. As I accidentally changed the view by mistake. I want this. There we go. How's our tires looking? Better than they were originally, so maybe tightening up the truck was not a bad idea. But it is also hampering our performance a little bit. We got 21 laps to go, so there's still plenty of time to catch Sheldon Creed. Let's go up high here and see if we can't make something happen. Ooh, we almost brushed the wall a little bit, but that'll also give us a nice full head of steam coming down the back chute. Riley Burke's in front of us in that 51 Toyota. Open one on the back end. Slowly starting to reel them in. This is probably going to be the longest race video ever because, you know, with the fact that we DNF'd at Bristol, you know, now we have to really mind our P's and Q's. Because we still have this, we still have Talladega, we still have Martinsville, and then Phoenix, which I hope we're part of the championship for. I'm pretty sure we're going to be there. As now we get to Riley Herbst and make the pass for 6. Now I think these races will determine the final 4, so we definitely want to lock ourselves in. And then if we have any more bad races, then we can be fine. Because right now we have 10 wins to our name, which is pretty impressive. And that's 10 out of 23 races that we dominated and win. But this one we're not really so dominant, because now we're catching up to the back of Austin Hill. Oh, gave him a little bump, but nothing too fancy there. I'm starting to kind of wonder if maybe we blew the motor at Bristol, because I'm looking at our oil tank right now. It's at 227, and I did add a little extra tape for aero purposes. Because now we get past Todd Gilliland, but I skirt up the track. Todd Gilliland's going to try again on the bottom. Not quite. But now we're going to get around Austin Hill, and it looks like we're going to get around Johnny Sauter. Let's see what happens here. We're going to go 3 wide. That's a fool's errand, but this is the perfect time to make some mistakes. As Miss Frizzle used to say, now's the time to take chances and make mistakes and get messy. We don't want to get too messy here. I mean, we certainly don't want to be like Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson. If you didn't see the race, then you'll know exactly what I mean.
Clear high, clear high. All right, you're clear.
Up into the wall we go. Because the truck just got really tight, and Austin Hill took my line away. Now we'll see if we can go underneath him and try to make something happen.
Still there?
There we go.
You got room. You're clear.
"16 laps to go, and now Sheldon Creed's got a 2.5-second lead ahead of us, but we are slowly reeling him in. But also the truck is going way too tight on me now. Because I think we drove it in a little too deep. So let's stick here to the middle groove and go down and see what happens here, because I think I just have to hit my marks a little bit better. But let's see if we can reel in Sheldon Creed and Stuart Friesen. Let's see where we're catching them in the turn, since we got 15 laps to go. We've gained about 2/10 on Sheldon Creed and 2/10 on Stuart Friesen. So we're gaining them by about 2/10 of a second per turn, which is good news. Now Stuart Friesen is really starting to struggle a little bit. He's going to fall into our clutches. "14 laps to go. We're also starting to catch some lap traffic, so that might play a factor in us trying to get the race lead. As now we take a position, or try to take a position away from Stuart Friesen, and it looks like we will do it. So now all that's left to do is to chase down Sheldon Creed and take a win. Let's see what happens. Okay, he's starting to lose a little bit. He's got about an 0.8 of a second lead on us, and I can see some lap traffic starting to come about. 13 laps to go. I'm going to change my line just a hair to see if I can find out where he's running the fastest, and it looks like I found a good line up here, which is this middle groove. Because look at this, we have caught him. We have absolutely caught him. But now the next question is, where do we make the pass? Right now I just don't want to use my truck up too much. Let's see what happens here. We're coming to 12 to go, I believe? Yeah, 12 laps to go. Going up high to try and make a move on Sheldon Creed. Not quite. We'll swoop back down here. Oh boy, this is gonna be harsh.
Still there.
There we go. So put us into the race lead as Sheldon Creed went too high. We hugged the middle, and now we are leading, but Sheldon Creed's not giving up. 11 laps to go. Now this lap car is probably going to play a factor in here.
Still there.
Yep, he just held up Sheldon Creed. So now the next question is, can Sheldon Creed get around that lapped car and start making a move towards us? Because now we're up to a 1.2 second lead ahead of Creed. And it's growing rapidly. Which means Sheldon can't get around Josh Rayum. Boy, he is really starting to fall back. In fact, I think he's stuck behind Josh Rayum, and he's going to lose a position to Stuart Friesen here in a sec. We got 10 to go this time. So all we gotta do is just keep our truck nice and tidy up here and not get into any incidences. It looks like Sheldon Creed and Stuart Friesen are gonna have a nice little battle for the second position. But it looks like they might have been caught up with that lap car. So that means the AI are really holding everybody up, because now Stuart Friesen lost position to Austin Hill. They're side by side, apparently, because they both have the same intervals between the two of them, so that's probably going to be a nice little scrap there for second, third, and fourth. But if they keep doing that, Johnny Sauter's going to come and be, hello guys! Meanwhile, up at the ranch, we're currently up here at the front. We just got to get around Ty Majewski and Austin Wayne Self. We will slowly get through them. There we go.
Road clear.
Now we'll get around Tyler Hill, go way down to the bottom here.
You're clear there.
Let's see how our tire wear is doing. Okay, it's doing a lot better than what we saw earlier. So right now, I think the wedge adjustments we made pretty good. But let me just say this: when we first came here in January of 2022. We finished second in that race. Then, more recently, we finished third in this race. Could the third time coming here be 3 times the charm? We'll have to see, as now, that was Grant Enfinger, wasn't it? Now we're going to get around Jason White, who's going to lap down as well.
Alright, you're clear there.
Boy, this has been one weird Vegas race. Seen a lot of these guys fall flat, but it's good to see Sheldon Creed up there, because he desperately needs a win in order to advance. But even with this, he could possibly point his way in, as we got 6 laps to go. But as long as we win this race, we will punch our ticket to the championship race in Phoenix, which will guarantee us a chance at winning the Truck Series Championship, which would be a huge win for us. Cap off a season that felt like it's been going on for like 10 years or something. Catching up to some more lap traffic coming up ahead of us, but I don't think they're going to cause us any problems. Here we come back around the stripe.
Careful, still there.
5 laps to go.
Alright, you're clear there.
We now have a 7.5 second lead ahead of Sheldon Creed. Austin Hill is 3rd, Stuart Friesen 4th, and Johnny Sauter is 5th to round out the top 5. I can see that little green dot up ahead. That is Jesse Little that we're probably going to put a lap down again. And here's Spencer Boyd, who had it made in the shade when he won the pole at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, which is really fancy. Really good for him to win it. I mean, to win the pole. 4 laps to go now. Now at this point, we don't have to drive the truck that hard. We can kind of just cruise right here, but I still want more.
Careful, still there. Alright, you're clear there.
And this truck, after tightening it up, definitely is better on the long runs, which is great news. And Freakazoid looks like it's going to finish out its time here with a possible win with 3 laps to go. There's really not much anybody else can do unless we get a yellow flag, but at this point everybody wants to just run the laps out, and I know you guys want me to as well, because this has been one long video. Oh, we got a caution! So a green-white checker is going to happen. Ooh, we might be screwed. I don't know, but who was it? Who was it that had the problem? Was it going to say? Looks like it was Ty Majewski that had a problem. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think we will win? Or do you think we will end up falling out and not locking in? Guess we'll have to find out. Here we go. We're going to NASCAR overtime. We'll have Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill and Stuart Friesen right behind us. Here we go. And it's a green flag with 2 laps to go. Just gotta get a good launch here on Sheldon Creed, and it looks like we get it. Just gonna fly it off in the turn 1 and 2. The truck is really feeling loose again. But remember, it does take a little lap for it to get going. But right now, that's probably all we need to win this race. Sheldon Creed right behind us. But as we scream into turn 3 and 4, this truck is gripping while the others are having some problems. Here we come to the white flag lap. The next flag ends the race. So here's the white flag, presented by Credit One Bank. So keep it nice and easy through here. Ooh, went into the wall a little bit, but that's okay. Don't think we're going to have a problem with that. But here we go on a turn 3 and 4. We finished 2nd, we finished 3rd, and now we've punched our ticket to the playoffs with our 11th victory at Las Vegas.
That's the win. Nice job.
Get in there. Nice. Alright, what a way to cap off Freakazoid's performance. Let's strike a match and burn this... Ouch. Let's strike a match and burn this thing down. Come on, man. You don't want to get... You don't... Let's try this again. There we go. Oh, wow. This thing does not want to do burnouts. There we go. There we are. Alright. And parked it. Whew. What a race. What a race, huh? But anyway, whoa, did you see that? That was a weird hit there. But this is us making our march to first place. Yep, we won that stage and we won the race, which was very impressive. But hey, at least we didn't DNF like we did at Bristol. But we've punched our ticket into the Final Four, which is great news. Oh, that's what happened to Joe Nemechek. Oh, looks like... Oh! Right into Matt Crafton. Oh, and he got hit by Mike Harmon as well, and Josh Rayum gets into Harmon. Holy cow! Did they even realize that, you know, he was right there? Huh. Well, that's that's very weird. But there's the finish order right there. Austin Hill did win a stage, and then we won the 2 stages. So that'll advance us into the Final Four. So now you can see, now we got the cars. Now we have the ones that are for sure in the red and ones that are in the green. Right now the Final Four looks like it's probably going to be me, Sauter, Friesen, and Hill. But we still have Talladega. We've already advanced, so we don't have to worry about ourselves, but wow, that's insane. And there's Freakazoid for the final time in Victory Lane. So cool to put the Freakazoid truck back in Victory Lane, because Freakazoid has been really good this year. So Sheldon Creed got the fastest lap award of 32:01. Also, we led the most laps at 21. We should also have gotten the most made-up positions award, right? No, it was Sheldon Creed who did, who finished 2nd. And then, who was the Tough Break Award? Zane Smith. Yeah, I had to figured as much, but wait a minute, wait. Sheldon Creed? Yeah, that's right, because Sheldon Creed got held up by everybody. So from last to second. Good for him. Okay then. So now this video is finished. So you got 1.5 races in one, which is great news. So anyway, let's let the thing load in. And I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 races. So there we go, we finished first. And now we've advanced into the playoffs, and now our next race, we head back to Talladega. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. And I'll see you guys next time here in our NASCAR Camping World, or NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series full season playthrough. So until next time, folks, take care.